Hollywood's biggest night wasn't just about trophies and thank yous. At the 2026 Golden Globe Awards, politics took center stage as several A-list stars used the red carpet and the spotlight to take a public stand against immigration and customs enforcement, just days after a deadly shooting shocked the nation. Actors Mark Ruffalo, Wanda Sykes, and Jean Smart arrived at the ceremony wearing black and white BeGood pins, a coordinated protest tied directly to the killing of Renee Good, who was shot and killed by an ICE agent earlier this week in Minnesota, as first reported by national outlets including Variety. Wanda Sykes, the 61-year-old comedian and actress best known for Hacks and The Upshaws, spoke openly about the pin while walking the red carpet, telling Variety that the accessory was worn in honor of the mother who was killed. Sykes described the incident as really sad, adding that with people marching across the country, public figures have a responsibility to speak up. Wanda Sykes went further, criticizing what she described as a rogue government, telling Variety that silence is no longer an option when lives are being lost. Her words immediately set the tone for the night, signaling that this year's Golden Globes would be about more than entertainment. Mark Ruffalo, the 58-year-old Spotlight and Avengers actor, echoed that message simply by wearing the same BeGood pin on a cream-colored suit, a quiet but unmistakable act of solidarity that was quickly picked up by cameras and social media alike. Jean Smart, the Emmy-winning star of Hacks, also wore the pin, placing it prominently on her white gown before later winning the award for Female Actor in a Television Series, Musical, or Comedy. Speaking to Entertainment Tonight ahead of her win, Smart said that everything felt overshadowed by what is happening in the country right now. Jean Smart described the current moment as a turning point, saying it would take courage and composure to move forward, comments that Entertainment Tonight reported resonated strongly with viewers watching at home.
I think a lot has changed. I would hate to think that I was the poster child for older actresses or older characters, but I'm not necessarily just going to completely change anytime soon. I think that's kind of, I don't know what the word is. The bottom line is we all love stuff that's like really realistic. It shows like The Pit. We like to see the nitty gritty, but at the same time, we also want fantasy.
That message carried into her acceptance speech, where Smart chose not to repeat her earlier remarks, but instead urged viewers to do the right thing, saying that most people already know in their hearts what that means, as heard during the live Golden Globes broadcast. The pins themselves are part of the #BeGood campaign, a movement organized by Marmot, Move On, the National Domestic Workers Alliance, Working Families Power, and leaders from across the entertainment industry, according to campaign organizers cited by Variety. The campaign also honors Keith Porter, who was killed by an off-duty ICE agent in Los Angeles on New Year's Eve, according to campaign organizers cited by Variety. According to the campaign's mission statement, the goal is to remind people to be good citizens, neighbors, allies, and humans in the face of violence and fear, a message endorsed by the ACLU, which stated that ICE is not making communities safer and is instead bringing chaos into the streets. Federal officials, however, dispute that narrative. A Department of Homeland Security spokesperson characterized Renee Good's death as self-defense against what was described as an act of domestic terrorism, a claim that Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey forcefully rejected during a press conference, saying he personally reviewed the video footage. Frey publicly condemned ICE's actions, calling the killing reckless and telling agents to leave Minneapolis, remarks that quickly went viral and further fueled public outrage, as reported across national media.
When a tragedy strikes, there's one word that summarizes what is most important, and that word is integrity. This is not the time to bend the rules, this is a time to follow the law. This is not a time to hide from the facts. This is a time to embrace them, making sure that we're pushing for transparency every step of the way. The fact that Pam Bondi's Department of Justice and this presidential administration has already come to a conclusion about those facts is deeply concerning. So our ask is really simple here. Our ask is to embrace the truth. Our ask is to include the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension in this process because we in Minneapolis want a fair investigation.
This isn't the first time Mark Ruffalo has used an award show to make a statement. Just 1 year ago, he and several other A-listers wore Artists for Ceasefire pins on the Oscars red carpet, calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, according to statements released by the collective at the time. At this year's Golden Globes, that tradition of protest continued, transforming the red carpet into a platform for grief, anger, and civic responsibility. And as the cameras kept rolling, one thing became clear. For these stars, silence was not an option.
Up with liberation!
Up with liberation! Down with deportation!
Down with occupation!
Down with occupation!
Up with liberation!
Okay, can you hear it? Yeah. Okay, I'm using it. Yes. He has also been using the National Guard against the wishes of state governors.